But we're the prophets. It's our job to really bring that truth out, man. So the Lord allows us to really bring that truth out, whether you believe it or not. So this truth is only for the elect any damn way. Okay, you have more?
Yeah, that was it on that.
That was it on that.
Got a few more verses here.
We're going to finish this up.
Okay. It says, this is Isaiah 47 in the middle of verse 9. It says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me.
Like I said, their weaponry, their philosophy, they got the minds of the people gone. So they figure, look, man, these people are gone. We got them where we want them. Nobody could ever wake up. That's why when the Lord woke up a small group of Israelites on this side of the world, that messed these devils up. That's why they've been doing everything they could do since the 60s, man, to try to derail this word. Going back to the time of Abba Bivens, man. That's why they sent their spies and their informants, and they then paid off certain so-called guys that were so-called teachers of the word, and caused all this confusion amongst Israel. But this word is still pushing on anyway, through the true men of the Lord, man. The true men of the Lord ain't gonna, I don't care how much money you offer them, the true men of the Lord ain't gonna take it. They'll never sell out, man. Never. You have to put them to death.
Yep.
Okay?
And the part where it says, and none seeth me, that's talking about these elites, man, these elite banking families, you know, or inside these different various secret societies, you know. They say, none seeth me, because they're, for the most part, those members in those secret societies, their names are hidden, you know. They're behind the scenes, creating all this wickedness. So it says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
It's coming now. That's why this country is falling apart. Okay, that's why you're getting hit over here with these unnatural weathers, man. Record cold temperatures, people dropping dead. These tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes was whooping you a couple of months back. Them tornadoes was kicking your ass over here. Hurricanes, man, like Katrina, Sandy. That's the Most High. That's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua bringing all these things, man. But then there's going to be so-called terrorist attacks, which your elites are going to be engineering against you. Then they're going to bring the martial law in, man. They're going to make, and they're going to start. The chip is coming real soon. It could come within a few months or a month or so from now. That chip is
and that's Obama's major agenda, man. You know, that Affordable Health Care Act. And on page, about 1,000, between 1,000, 1,008, that's what it's talking about, implantable device, man. That's part of Obamacare. That's the RFID microchip. So he's pushing that, man. He's making that his platform. That's his main agenda to get pushed through, man. And he'll go against Congress. He'll go against the House of Reps.
He'll override Congress. Because once he implements martial law, the president has certain police powers to override Congress. It's like in that movie, the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And you guys talking about, we can talk about, remember the last one they did?
Yeah, the one with the senator.
The senator, when he proclaimed himself emperor and he just overrode Congress and this annulled Congress and declared himself dictator or emperor. And then it became known as an empire, a feudal society, a totalitarian society, where there's no so-called, no more democracy, it's just a feudalism. That's what Obama's gonna do.
Yeah, but what's it called, a despot? How you spell it, D-E-S-P-O-T, means an absolute ruler, you know? And that's one of those planks from that book, the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, which is those so-called Jews, basically the Illuminati, where they laid out their plans for the New World Order and what they would do to, you know, bring that about, you know? That's
right. So for all you so-called Negroes primarily, because y'all the last ones, see the other tribes, the Latino tribes and the Native American tribes, they didn't woke up to Obama kinda. They saying fuck Obama, but you so-called African Americans, y'all the last ones that's still holding on to Obama, man. So for all you that really love you Obama supporters, when he implements martial law and proclaims himself or declares himself dictator under a feudal society, that's when y'all gonna realize that this guy is your enemy. Because they gonna grab you Negroes up and put you in them camps and be torturing you and killing you, man, and starving you out. And y'all gonna be wondering, oh my God, I can't believe Obama's doing this. He ain't nothing but the devil. Obama's gonna show you he's the devil.
The horn's gonna come out.
You watch, man. Yeah.
Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off.
Meaning you so-called white people, you ain't gonna be able to stop the things that the Lord is gonna bring upon you. Right when you're trying to set up your new world order, that's when the Lord's gonna destroy you, man. Okay?
And desolations shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yeah, that's talking about the insurrections, because people are gonna rise up against you and fight it back. That's why it's gonna be wars and insurrections out here, man. But ultimately, the missiles is gonna be the primary thing, man.
That's the cherry on top. Right there.
That's right.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
That's right. From the minute America was conceived, it was a big wicked scheme that y'all been setting up for all these hundreds of years, man.
Freemasons. Yeah.
To set up this new world order, your agenda. Okay? But when the Lord destroys you, all that laboring that y'all did, sneaking and slipping in the back shadows of trying to set up your new world order, you elites, it's all gonna fail. Okay?
Yeah. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers.
That's right, because them witches and stuff, things ain't going according to plan. Y'all, at least y'all have certain time frames you want to set things up, but it never goes right, because the Most High is fucking with you. The Most High. So you know, you got them witches and them stargazers, they coming to you and they telling you stuff, but they're not telling y'all. That's why they trying to rush this thing now.
Yeah.
Because them witches and them sorcerers, they're not giving you the answers y'all want, so y'all getting flustered now. So look, we just got to set this thing up now.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
So thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble.
Pharaoh's sorcerers couldn't save him. When the Most High sent Moses to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt, Pharaoh's witches that he had couldn't stop Egypt from going down. Okay? So, you are the modern day Egyptians. This is Egypt, a land of bondage. America's the modern day Egypt.
Like it says in Romans the 9th chapter, I have raised thee up even as Pharaoh.
That's right.
Have I raised thee up?
That's right.
You know, you Edomites are the modern day Pharaoh, you know?
That's right.
I just want to bring that.
Okay, yes sir.
It says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them.
That's talking about the thermonuclear destruction. So all that stuff, all that sorcery and witchcraft, and all the wickedness and all your technology and your weapons, it's not going to save you, because when Yahushua and the angels come, they're going to come and they're going to wipe you away in 1 hour. And then you're going to be stubble. Meaning you so-called white people, you Edomites, you're going to be, the ones of you here in America, y'all just going to be stubble, kindling for that fire. But you elites, you're going to escape the missiles.
Yeah.
And y'all going to be the first batch of slaves, man. Y'all not going nowhere. Because y'all not going to be in America. The elites got the power to hide.
They're going to be in the space stations.
They're going to be in the underground fallout shelters. Yeah. They have underground fallout shelters underwater. Yeah. And the scriptures say we're going to go and pull you up out of there.
Though they dig into hell.
And we're going to get you and drag you right into slavery, man. And these are devils, these elites. You elites, y'all don't know what it's like to pick up a fork, probably, man. So, I don't know how y'all going to make it in slavery. But you know what? That's y'all problem. It ain't our problem. Okay?
It says, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth.
Meaning them other nations. The other nations that's left here in America, they going to be destroyed by the missiles too. But then ultimately, you ain't going to be in slavery alone. You going to go into slavery, you so-called white people, starting with you elites. But then them other nations, the Africans, the Arabs, the Assyrians, Moab, Ammon, y'all all going to Ishmael. Y'all, they going to be in slavery. They going to be in that predicament right along with you.
Yep.
These other nations, we going to kick your ass in slavery too. Y'all going into slavery too. Y'all just ain't going to be roaming around doing your own thing and we going to have Esau in slavery. Y'all going to be in slavery right next to him.
Right along with him.
Getting your ass kicked severely. Because y'all took part in putting hell on Israel just as much as Esau did. Y'all hate Israel just as much as Esau does, man.
Yep.
You're set up by Esau to put the hell on Israel. You other nations are taskmasters, man.
Yeah. And in other time periods, you actually had us in captivity when you were at the height of your power. You know, like the Moabites which are the Chinese. You had us enslaved. You had the children of Israel in captivity. You know, the Ammonites, the East Indian. You know, so you got to pay for that too. You know the captivities in the past.
That's right. Up until now, because they're co-rulers with Esau, so to speak. You're joint heirs with Esau. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be joint heirs with Esau in the kingdom as slavery. Mm-hmm. Y'all going to share the cup of slavery. Y'all going to drink the cup of slavery together. Because of the wickedness that Esau and you other nations have done to us throughout history and even now. Okay?
Can I put precept for you?
Yes.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all that adversaries, every one of them shall go.
All the other nations. All the other nations, man. Or every one of them. So it's not just talking about Esau, it's talking about the other nations. Like the brother said, you other nations, you all had a part in having Israel in slavery at one point or another, and you taking part now in putting hell on Israel. Here in the so-called communities of Israel, okay, Hispanic and Negro communities, the other nations got businesses set up. How come you Negroes and Hispanics don't got businesses set up? And if you do get a business set up, it's a drug front. Okay, you so-called West Indians, you open up a little West Indian restaurant. 9 times out of 10 is really a drug front. And that store won't be there for long.
Because of the curses.
Because you under the curses. The Dominicans, you got the little bodegas and little stores down in New York City and stuff like that. Those are drug fronts. And they end up shutting down after a while. Like I said, the Dominicans, the Mexicans, like in other words, that's as far as they'll let you get. They'll let the tribes, they'll let you tribes open up little restaurants. Yeah. You know, a little West Indian restaurant, little Dominican, Spanish restaurant. The you Mexicans, they'll let you open up a little Mexican restaurant serving burritos and tacos and shit like that. You know what I mean? You so-called Negroes, Judah, they'll let you open up a little soul food restaurant.
Yeah.
But eventually that store will go out of business, it'll shut down, it'll burn down, because you're under the curses.
Yeah. They won't let you open up no gas station or nothing.
Yeah.
I've never seen a so-called Negro, Native American, or fucking Hispanic with a gas station. You'll see them working there, or they might be managing it, but either the damn Arabs or the East Indians or Esau owns it, man. Okay? You understand? How about liquor stores, man? Maybe back in the 70s and shit, you might have had some black people that might have had a little liquor store, but they lost it eventually. Them liquor stores are either Moab, so-called Orientals, or fucking Elam. Got the liquor store thing locked down, man. In New York City, Moab runs the liquor store thing, man. Elam too. Yeah. Up here in Connecticut, all these liquor stores are owned by Elam, man. Elam.
Or Esau straight up.
Or Esau straight up. I haven't seen one so-called Negro or Hispanic owned liquor store in these parts. See, you under the curses, man. So these other nations, they're co-rulers with Esau. So they're going to be co-slavery motherfuckers with Esau too. Meaning they're going to be in slavery with Esau. Okay?
And all thine adversaries.
And after this, we're going to wrap it up after this.
Therefore, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Captivity, slavery. It's prophecy, it's in the scripture. So you don't have to believe it, Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Read that, get that for me real quick, please. Well, finish reading this, brother.
Okay. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
All you other nations spoiled us. We were under the Persian and the Mede captivity. We were under the Syrian captivity, the Assyrian captivity. We were under the Egyptian captivity, which you Egyptians, the real Egyptians, are you so-called Africans, so-called black Africans. We were definitely under the so-called white man's captivity more than once. Under the Greeks, under the Romans, then here under the so-called Americans. You see, but this is it. This is it.
It's the last captivity.
So you all gonna go into slavery. We didn't forget about you, no. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah hasn't forgotten about you other nations, man. So y'all all we're gonna have all of you under our boot, underfoot. You're gonna be in slavery doing whatever it is we got you doing. Building our cities up, building our castles, man, paving our streets with gold, and we're gonna be having our way with all your women. The ones of them that are not married, of course. Your daughters, we're going to take it and have our way. Your virgin daughters, we're going to have our way with them, man. Okay? You understand? The finest of your women. Just like y'all do to us now. Okay?
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Esau definitely preys upon us, and then he allows the other nations to come to America and prey upon the Israelites. Because you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, so on and so forth, and Native Americans, you're the biggest consumers. Okay, you're the biggest consumers, but then everybody hates you, but they want your money. You come to their businesses, and they hate your guts, and they treat you with racism, but they'll let you come in the establishment and take your money, but then when you're there, they treat you like you're a criminal, following you around the store,
talking shit about you,
their
language. Yeah.
It's incredible. So you dumb niggas gonna tell me that these nations don't deserve to go into slavery? There shouldn't be some recompense for that? Yo, man, and we're going to shit all over them in the kingdom. We're going to treat these other nations like hell. We're going to be cocky as hell. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that was in on that.
So with that, we're going to wrap up this segment of prophecies. And there will be more through the Spirit and through the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. If the Lord gives us the spirit and strength to do it, we will have more shows coming on prophecies. Because we're in the time of prophecy now, and that's what we got to talk. That's what we got to push. So with that, we say shalom, to the elect of Israel.
Shalom.